for those title fights that he almost won. He was like 21 wins and 3 or 4 losses, something like that. But what he's remembered for is his last fight. The most famous fight he had was his very last one. This one he lost. And he lost badly. You see, he went to the doctor for a routine checkup and they found some stomach cancer. And they said it's already spread to your spine and you only have 18 months to live. And he said, but I'm healthy as an ox. I've been lifting, I've been training, I've been winning fights. How can you say that? The doctor said, I'm sorry to say, but that's the reality. You have 18 months to live. His biggest fan was a young man that always wanted to be a boxer. His name was Danny Mendell. Danny Mendell always had front row seats to his fights. Danny was born, he had Down syndrome. And so he was always his biggest fan. They'd always get along. And he'd be at all of the Great White Sharks fights. And he'd all go out after him. And they were friends. And he'd come to his sparring times and he'd watch him train. And he'd jump rope and he'd hit mitts. And Danny had said that his biggest dream was to be in a boxing ring against the big white shark. And so the shark said, hey, I want to put on a charity event. I only got months to live. And I'm choosing my partner. I want to fight against Danny. And so the word went out. They put billboards out. And they got a big stadium. And all the money was going to go fund cancer research. And when the day came, they announced the Great White Shark. And man, the place was packed out. All the London fans were there. Everybody was standing, screaming. But when they announced Danny, oh man, it was twice as loud. There had been fights right before, and so the crowd was excited, and they had the boxing shorts on. And it was an official boxing match, and they got in there, and the Great White Shark, he did pull the punches a bit. He didn't hit him too hard, but he looked like he was going hard, and Danny would swing and catch him on the chin, and you'd see the spit go flying. I mean, it hurt. Danny could throw a punch and threw an uppercut and popped his head out, and there he was kind of playing, but then he was really getting hit. And Danny was going for broke, man. Hitting him, and caught him with a big uppercut. And all of a sudden he falls to the ground and crowd erupts. And you see Danny thinking he's going to win, but not so easy. The Great White Shark got back up and threw some more jabs. And ding, 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 second round. And they put the sweat. They got the water. You could see that look of determination in Danny's eyes. He wanted to knock out his hero. There they got back in. He threw the jab, threw the cross. Wham! Right down the pipe, right on the nose. And he went falling back and hit the ring and then caught him again with the hook and knocked him to the ground. Crowd went wild. Oh, the Great White Shark, he couldn't get up after that one. And there was Danny pumping his fist, jumping up and down. And the winner, Danny Mendell! And he fell to his knees, and they brought out a title belt and put it around him, and there he was hugging his hero that he just defeated. See, all his life, the Great White Shark just wanted to be a champion. He wanted lots of money. He wanted lots of fame. And then when he found out he was going to die, he didn't want fame anymore. He didn't want money. He didn't even take any money for the fight. He didn't want glory. He lost on purpose. When he realized he was going to die, he realized what's really important in life. Being kind to other people. That's his legacy. What's your legacy going to be? What are you pursuing? What leads you? Let me pray for you as the worship team comes.